Loud. Lee Jones, not Neil. You remember last time when I called you Neil in a video?
Is your dad coming in today?
Hey, you can tell we're a year on. I've got a recording sign out there. Golf Nuts 2020, the review.
I know.
Year couldn't have been a crazier year, really, could it?
I mean, the backdrop's a bit different this year.
Yes, you should have been on a timeshare, right? Anything after
Yeah.
November 24th.
Yeah, I should have been there now, but never mind.
Yeah, we'll review some stats quickly.
Yeah.
We had a quick chat there, didn't we? But handicap, when I said to you, where will we be? And for anybody else who's doing a review, I'm not nailing you for your figures. I'm just interested in what has been said. Handicap, last year you said I'm at 8.
Yeah.
Next year I'll be at 4.
Yeah.
Current handicap is?
Handicap index is plus 0.3.
So better than scratch.
Just, I'll have no idea, but there you go.
Where's it going to be this time next year?
Probably the same, to be fair. Hopefully I can keep it around the +1 scratch mark.
Awesome.
Hopefully.
I like it when we get there next year and it's +4 or something. This is one that we didn't say out before. Most watched YouTube golfer. Can you remember what you said last year?
Seb on Golf.
Yeah, you did. Who is it now? Is it still Seb on Golf or is it somebody else? Or
you know what? I think the thing I struggle to watch YouTube golf now as a whole. So it's like I'll watch. You know, you've mentioned it before. One of your videos, we have such a close knit little community. So it would probably be Graham, GMAC, Kareen, Paul Jackson when he puts one out, and yeah, it's kind of one of them. But if you to go with the bigger ones, it probably would be Seb more than anybody still.
Yeah, nice one, Stuart Carter-Smith.
Yes, watch Stuart. He's a class golfer and he does really good reviews and good videos. He's Tracer. It just takes you to another level.
Well, we'll talk about how long it takes to edit vlogs in a bit. But that shot tracer must take ages, isn't it?
Yeah.
Subscriber count. Remember where you were and where you said you were going to be?
I think I was on about 250.
168.
168. Yeah. And I think I said I was going to be on double that or 500.
Oh, there you go. You're back.
Yeah.
Double that, you said. Yeah, go on. You said double.
Double that. So I think I've got double that or 500, I think I said.
500 or 500 plus is what you said.
Yeah.
Current subscriber number is
1,053.
I love it, though. I love it that you basically doubled. You're going to go from an 8 to a 4 handicap. You've got 8 to scratch. You were going to go from 168 to 500. You've gone from 168 to 1,050, 1,500. What did you just say?
1,053. So
yeah, 153.
Don't do things by half.
Highlights of the year. Well, I mean, it's been a busy year, but then obviously it's been locked down, so you couldn't get as much videos out as you probably liked.
Yeah, I think.
Here's the question before. How many videos did you have this time last year?
Oh,
35.
35. I think I'm pushing 85-ish now.
Yeah, 91. Your live streams have probably counted
as, yeah, because I've done a few of them since lockdown. So
you've still got nearly 60 videos out in a lockdown year.
Been busy.
Yeah. Highlights though, best videos, or can you think of like the best video that you've put out that you've really enjoyed doing?
I think I started a series which was golfing with mates.
Yeah.
And the last one I did was at Sanddale Golf Club, which was when Kareen was doing a charity thing. And that one was just such good fun. I'd been playing horrendous and then went bogey, birdie, par. But obviously the par wasn't filmed. And just a laugh. So it must be that one. And I'm enjoying the playing golf with mates series at the minute that I've kind of conjured up from nothing and just made it into what it is. I've enjoyed them. They are good.
And is that a plan to grow that series?
Yeah, that will be continuing now from now on. So we'll have my Can I Beat Par and golfing with mates, they will be 2 consecutive series that will run. Maybe it'll be 1 a month, something like that, maybe 2 a month.
Yeah.
But the rest of them will be me on my own, or me and Dad, or me and whoever. I'm doing a fair bit with Graham at the minute, so
Yeah. Let's talk about Dad.
yes,
The golf father
yes,
has his own name this year.
he has. He's come on leaps and bounds, hasn't he?
He has. He has. Always interesting. He comes in on the live calls and everything every now and again.
He does.
How's he been this year? Is he?
Well,
Is he all
in March he got COVID and then got double pneumonia with it as well. So he had a bit of a war against himself. And then he's come away from that. We started playing golf again, and we just have to be very careful of the weather. If it's cold and wet, it's just not worth it for him. So we leave him indoors. But other than that, he's still got a symptom of it, whether it be long COVID, I think they're calling it now.
Yeah.
Where he has not symptoms as such, but he has a reaction because of that. But other than that, he's fine. Yeah, he's looking forward to going out golfing. I was around there earlier, and he's. Are we going to the range on Wednesday? Can I get me a golf trolley on Wednesday?
He's back out.
Yeah, we're getting back out.
Golf? Is he playing more golf now with YouTube than he was before, or is it more in part of incentive?
I think because YouTube gives you that motivation to actually get out there full stop, as opposed to just saying, right, well, should we just go for a game of golf when the weather's not that great? We won't bother.
Yeah.
Whereas now it's like, I haven't had a video out in a week or 2 weeks, so we'll go and film something, see what comes of it. And so it does force us to go out more, if I'm honest.
Yeah, that's good then, isn't it? Like,
yeah. So we get more time together, and he gets out my mother's feet, and
he's getting better on camera. He's getting used to talking more.
I know, but we've had such a gap now. We've had another month where he hasn't been on camera. We're probably going to go like 1 step back.
Yeah. Back to like, how did we do this again?
Yeah.
Actually, you said last year you were quite camera shy.
Yeah. I still am to a point. It takes me like 5 goes to get a video going, and once the video's going, I'm all right.
Yeah. Yeah, you like, is that again though? If you did it every day, you'd get your intro sorted, or is it?
Yeah, I think so. The more you get it in front of you, the easier it becomes. But I just get tongue tied.
Yeah, it's like you like when you go like, I'm gonna say this, and it just don't come out. Like,
yeah,
oh, that's crap. Do it again.
Yeah, exactly. The amount of times I've literally stood on tee and gone, hello and welcome. What's my name again?
Then you have to start again. I can't do that.
Yeah.
So the golf father, a big part of the cast. I've got cast of characters. Like you said, you've got G-Mac, Corin, and Kent as well. Kent's starting to appear in more.
Yeah, he's been on a few now.
Do you think that's where it is, without putting words in, you have to assemble your own cast?
You do. You know, you have to get the people that you have a connection with.
Yeah.
So it'd be no good me going to pick a random person on a golf course and saying, do you fancy filming 3 holes and what have you not? I think you've got to have that kind of, I want to say, bond.
Yeah. Natural
point.
Factor.
So with Kent, you know you're having a laugh a minute.
Yeah.
And the relationship between me, Graham, Kareen, Neil, and what have you not, that has kind of developed over time. So, and not only that, they obviously have their own channels as well. So it makes it a bit easier because they'll say, oh, give us a camera and I'll do this for you. And
yeah, they understand the YouTube.
Yeah. Aspect. Which is nice as well at the same time.
Reason I say that as well is it seems like this time last year there was the big sort of, why don't big YouTubers retweet our stuff? Why don't big YouTubers share things or get us on? Are you bothered about being on other big YouTubers' channels now? Is that
No, not anymore. I mean, I think I've been very fortunate enough where Liam's had me on his channel, and I did a video called Alternating Drives with Dad.
Yeah.
And Liam put that in his community, and that video went a bit bonkers.
Yeah.
So, you know, I guess because I do have, like, I could phone Liam now, and we could have a talk for 20 minutes and what have you not. That helps, but I think you've got to find your own feet.
Yeah.
Because if you're spoon-fed something, you're never going to learn the hard way. And I mean, I get people that, a lad followed me last night. He's on 57 subscribers. And I said, just stick in there. Your first 100 is the hardest. But
Yeah.
for me to go, yeah, I'll retweet you, whatever you do, and put you in one of my videos. You don't, so I think you don't learn. You don't learn the hard way.
Yeah, is it kind of like if you get the leg up, you miss out on the apprenticeship a bit? If you jump
Yeah,
from
kind of.
to here.
Yeah. So, I mean, don't get me wrong. It's nice when they do retweet them.
Yeah.
But I don't expect it. You know, if anybody was to retweet something of mine, it's like, oh, well, thank you very much. It's, you know, it's very kind of you. I wasn't expecting you to do that.
Sure. Do you find yourself, though, like a year ago, thinking, oh, it'd be cool to get on so and so's channel, or it'd be good to get on, and now going, oh, I'm going to keep creating my own stuff?
Yeah, I mean, I think it would have been nice to have gone on one of the over 100,000 ones,
Yeah.
because I guess you don't know what the numbers would have been for me if I had have.
Yeah.
But I think this goes back to my own family thing. Is the help's there if I did want it, but I want to do it on my own.
Yes, that is. Yeah, well, you brought that up, so that is you have connections to big YouTubers, don't you? You have family connections that could get you quite a big following.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. But you think you'd rather do it? You'd rather say I did this without that?
Yeah. So I think there's a bit of I guess the same as any other small channel has pride in their own channel.
Yeah.
And I could literally just like that speak to the UK's biggest YouTuber, who is part of a group of people who have also been on golf channels recently.
Yeah.
I've got the access to them, but is that through my own hard work and determination and consistency? No, that wouldn't be from that, you know. And they're all, yeah. So I kind of knock that on the head. That's family. That's different. I'll do it my way, and then nobody can come to me and say, "Oh, well, I did that for you." Then.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, yeah, but I did that. I did that.
And then you get your skeptics going, well, how come you've all of a sudden gained 150,000 followers?
How many
buy them?
Did you buy?
Yeah.
Do you think that's partly your character or a golf thing? Because nobody could give you a scratch golf game either, could they? Nobody could just go, here's 10 shots off your game. Like, you've got to work at it to get better, haven't you? You've got to learn the craft. And
yeah, I think that comes down to me as an individual.
Yeah.
You know, the offer was there. If you need anything, give us a ring, blah, blah. Nah, I'm all right. I'll do it my own way. And I think if I hadn't have done it my own way, I probably wouldn't have had the series of Golfing with Mates, Can I Beat Par, different ideas. You know, if somebody feeds you stuff constantly and that feed goes away, what are you then getting?
Yeah.
You're like, uh-oh. So, and with golf, you've just got to work at it. It's that simple. You know, I work my ass off.
I asked you a question last year. Will the best swing on golf in golf YouTube change? And you said no.
My golf swing is it's fractions. So I can be 20 degrees out, which may look exactly the same on a camera.
Yeah.
But to me, I know it's 20 degrees out because the shape of the ball dictates where my swing goes. So is it changing? I think once I get this change done and put it against an earlier video, you'll not notice anything, because back then it was the way it should be as opposed to the way it is now.
Oh, right. So it has changed and you're going to try and change it relatively back to what it was.
Back to what it was. So a bit flatter as opposed to a bit more handsy in the air.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's ever evolving.
And I guess you're trying to get better, but the quest for the Open or the goal for the Open,
yeah,
still obviously you're trying to improve your golf. So is that the overall goal, or is it shifted? Or
no, I think that's still a goal as a golfer, to be able to tee it up in regional qualifiers.
Yeah,
I don't think there's any better thing to do than to see your golf ball on the ground, and as you look that way ahead of you, you see the British Open tee.
Yeah.
You know, the white tee. I don't think there's any nicer feeling than that. I think if you asked any pro what competition they'd want to play in from the UK, it would be the Open.
So it's still like does it niggle away at you as much as it maybe did a year ago, or do you find that maybe other goals have come across that you might be more interested in your YouTube channel or stuff like that probably take more of your mind than just think I want to qualify for Open?
At the minute, my main focus is just hitting the ball right, getting the swing going, and then I think back then I was off 8. I had to get to 4 to be in with a chance to even think about qualifying.
Yes.
But I wanted to go from 4 to scratch, so then I would put myself in a stronger position.
Yes.
Where I've had that kick up the backside of you're now off scratch, regardless of where I go. I'm off scratch. We were checking the other night. I'm scratch at Augusta. I'm scratch at St Andrews.
Yeah.
Birkdale, you name the golf course, I'm pretty much scratch anywhere I step
Slow
foot.
rating.
So I've had that, like, if you look at like a monetization side of things, you've got to have 4,000 hours and over 1,000 subscribers. One of my boxes is ticked.
Oh yeah, but you're not.
But in my head, my game ain't ready for it yet. So
How far are your 4,000 hours watch time?
400.
Yeah, so to be honest, them Friday night lives will help with that anyway, won't they?
Yeah. So
I think it was 2 hours long overnight.
2 hours long, and I think it generated 40 hours.
Yeah, so you only need a few of them.
So a few of them, and I'm doing all right.
So are you somebody who needs to see the result before you really believe it can happen?
Like I need to go on.
You need the average. You need your handicap because it's an upper average at the minute. Your index. You need that to keep growing before you really believe.
See, the handicap side of things doesn't bother me in the slightest. For me, it's not. I know if I'm hitting the ball well, I'll score low.
Yeah.
But if I'm not hitting the ball well, I won't score low. So for me, it's when I feel comfortable that I can shape the ball however I want to shape the ball, and that my strike is consecutively out of the same spot. Yeah. At that point, I know I'm ready.
Yeah. And your score will look after itself.
Yeah.
I know I've seen, I think you and Stuart talking about Open qualifying, how it's changed over the years. And didn't you before used to get stuff for going? Like if you paid to go, you'd get some sort of gifts and you get 2 rounds on a decent course, but you'd also get more out of it.
Anything.
You never got anything?
Nothing.
All right. And now it's 200 or 300 quid. Anybody, you got to be a scratch, 300 quid.
Well, I don't know.
So you don't get anything out of it other than.
Yeah. So all you basically get is you just donating to whoever's going to win the Open that year, really.
Yeah.
But I don't think you. Well, I never ever wanted anything other than. Sorry, the printer's away. I didn't want anything other than the fact I was there.
Yeah.
Trying to do it. So I don't know what it's going to be like now, though. That's the only problem, because obviously the new indexes have come in. The World Handicap systems came in. I don't know where the cut-off's going to be.
Yeah, they might say +2, +3 or something.
Yeah. And obviously next year we've got people. It wasn't played this year, so anybody who qualified last year or this year.
Yeah, there's like a double entry.
Yeah, are they got
people playing? Yeah.
But no, I never got anything. Would I expect anything? Probably not. No, because we're British, we're tight.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I can't remember what he said before. I thought he said that you got some sort of gift, or like even if you got 12 Pro V1s or something. I thought that's what he said you got, but maybe you didn't.
I never got them. Stu maybe did. I think a lot of it depend on what time you were doing it at.
Yeah.
Like Stu might have done his early 90s. In the 2000s was different, and maybe now in 2010 was different to 2020. And
yeah. So what do you think would have to happen? When will that be? June-ish? When's Open qualifying?
I think it's March.
No, is it March? Is it? Yeah.
So might even be, mate. The honest answer, I have no idea, because I don't feel like it's ready yet.
Yeah.
I haven't even contemplated looking at when qualifying is.
Yes.
So
you're saying if you started going down to the range and you were flushing everything and you were shaping everything and you were playing rounds of golf and you were hitting the ball how you wanted to hit it, that's when it'd start to become a bigger and bigger idea.
Yeah. So that's when the idea then becomes a realization that, right, okay, this is possible. This is doable. Because one thing you don't want to do is stand on the tee in an open qualifier and play like a baboon.
Yeah.
You know, because it's not going to do your own self-esteem any good, and you're going to look like a right plonker.
Just to say you were there.
Yeah, it's a lot of money just to say I was there.
Do you find YouTubing harder to play that golf though? Is it harder to get your head? Are you somebody who has to be focused from shot one, or can you sort of find your set way around a course, getting into it, and does like camera work take you away? I can't play on camera. It's like not properly.
There are times where I can play on camera, and like I think I've done a few how low can I go, and I've been 1 or 2 under.
Yeah.
But there are times where I'm 1 or 2 over. I think for me,
you're on your own in that. You're on your own in those, aren't you?
Yeah.
So that's probably. Do you find it easier when it's just you on camera? But if you're trying to banter with other people and get other, you know, playing golf with your mates, do you find it
can be
harder
tough?
Yeah.
A lot of it can be, but at the same time, it can also take your mind off of what you're thinking about in your own golf swing.
Yeah.
And I think Sandhill, the video with Kent Graham and Kev Webster, that proved the point. I'd played horrendous. I got the camera out and I've shot a bogey and then went, oh, well, it is where it is. And then went birdie.
Yeah. Played a lot better once it switched you on.
Yeah. So whether or not it engaged my brain more for the camera and less about the golf.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Do you think that when you qualify for Open, do you think that's going to make you better on camera at the Open?
I think my arse will be falling out. To be fair, if I did go for it, I wouldn't be doing any videoing or anything like that. It would be somebody else will have the camera and they can video it so I can concentrate on what I need to do.
Oh, so you would video the qualifying?
Yeah.
You get somebody to follow you around and film it?
Yeah.
Awesome. That'd be awesome. I mean, like you said last year, that to get your dad behind the ropes at the Open was the goal, and
yeah, that's it.
Him in there. Your YouTube channel might get in there as well.
Well, I just need to think of a different title. I can't use Quest.
I think Quest for the Open's kind of. I mean, it is the only title you can use, isn't it? It's not really. I know it's been done, but it's.
I've got another idea. If I go for it and video it, I've got a name for it. Should that happen?
Golf Jugs. Jug.
Golf Jugs. Hey, we've got to copyright that name right now.
Yeah, you'd be able to get some merch out of that.
Oh, definitely.
At least you'll bring us into merch. You're the king of merch.
Oh man, I get the whole merch thing is just bonkers. Everybody seems to want to sell my merch before I've even got it in my hands.
It's definitely. It's just funny because Corinne's face every time a Golf Nuts merch item turns up.
It is funny but she does take it well, to be fair.
Yeah.
She really does. I mean, if you've not got Jeff with a Golf Nuts mug, then you'll have Kent saying, oh, have you seen this? He's doing this. And then somebody else will be saying something else. It's just funny.
Yeah. Where did you see the merch going, though? I know you've got some stuff coming down the line. Is it more for you to wear? Are you thinking people will be buying it? Are you?
I honestly didn't think anybody would want it.
Yeah.
That's the difference. But people are like, when is it coming out? Is it, how much is it going to be, kind of thing. So when it comes out, it'll be whoever wants one can have whatever the line is at the time. And then a lot of the profit I'll just donate to Dementia UK. So.
Oh, excellent. Yeah. That'll be
the plan.
The Golf Nutters, the hashtag Golf Nutters can get it whenever it's available.
I know, all that came from actually playing golf with mates at Penrith Golf Club. One guy said it, and it's just evolved from then now. It is hashtag Golf Nutters, and I'm glad I didn't think of it myself, because somebody might go, oh, that sounds a bit close to the bone.
Yeah.
It wasn't me.
Mental golfers. Talking of mental golfers.
There's a few of them.
The Shankers.
Yes.
Shankers didn't make it past COVID.
No.
It sort of ran its course, didn't it? Were you surprised? Well, what sort of happened in your mind that didn't make it work?
So we were all, when COVID struck, we were all set on planning to film, and then Dad took ill, and the boys didn't want to do it without me there, and I just wasn't in the mindset to be doing anything at all. I even neglected my own channel, you know.
Yes.
And then it got to the point where it wasn't recoverable anymore. And then I think it was Graham that was just like, you know, it just isn't. We can't do it. And then I was just like, I'd rather concentrate on my own stuff.
Yeah.
Trying to push my own channel. And Graham was of the same opinion, and so was Owen. So we were like, well, Owen was very much like, I'll continue it on and I'll do what I think. Is that all right? And we were like, absolutely no problem at all.
Yeah.
I think collectively, whether we have a channel or not, the name The Shankers will always be associated with me, Graham, and Owen when we rock up somewhere together.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
And from that point of view, as it ended, it probably never will, because
yeah,
we'll always be known as that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Were you surprised at how it didn't get as many subscribers as it felt like it should have done? It felt to me like the subscriber count was really slow. I thought together it would have. I thought it would have jumped up to 200 or 300 pretty quickly, and it really trickled along, didn't it?
Yeah, considering there was 3 of us who had each individual channel that was over a certain amount, the channel never really took off. But
yeah,
we were putting things on our individual channels as well.
Yeah,
and then that's when we decided to do our own, to have its own channel as such. But I don't know. It's tough.
Well, the Happy Me Show's lived in 5 different places. Now I finally just went, it just needs its own channel.
Yeah.
Because it's hard to work out where things need to live, innit?
Yeah.
But do you think with golf, YouTube, not a lot of collaborations have worked anyway. But
no.
Do you think it is, and that's part of Happy Me, like you have to, there's too much to concentrate on your own channel than trying to work out, a collaboration that's part-time?
I think it's just double the pressure. So if you've not got anything out on your own, but yet you're on somewhere else, it's like you're on a different channel doing something else, and you've got, let's say, for example, if it was now and I've got 1,000 subscribers,
yeah,
and I hadn't had anything out for 4 weeks, but yeah, I was on 4 different episodes of The Shankers. My people are then going to go, well, you've got time to be on there, and if there's no rhyme or reason for not to be doing it,
yeah,
COVID is a reason why we can't get out there, so that's by the by. But if I've not put anything out, then people are going to not then watch me.
Yeah, they forget.
And then I lose my following, and they, that kind of thing. So it's tough.
I'm big on following your own dream. Other people will put you to work on theirs.
Yeah.
If you're not careful at looking after your own channel, you'll, like you say, you find yourself on everybody else's and you've done nothing.
Yeah.
So and then if those people come from that other channel, you've got nothing new to show them.
That's right, because your efforts are too much somewhere else.
Yeah, so it's focusing on yourself. It is hard, and I think it's triple hard in golf. Have you sort of looked at the golf niche a bit more this year and started to learn more about it and see that 48-hour vlog and that versus reviews and stuff? It's in golf, it's like you've got them guys banging stuff out every day, because vlogs only last for about 48 hours, don't they?
So mine do the normal 48-hour rule. And I started doing reviews now as well. Granted, only 2, I think I've done 2 golf clubs and 1 ball. But the year we've had is just put a limit on what I can get my hands on and getting time to go and do it.
Yeah.
I got the Lynx blade before the first lockdown, the week before, and it went out like 3 weeks after lockdown had been done.
Yeah, because you couldn't get out to film it.
Yeah, so I just stick to it. I watch everybody. Well, I don't watch everybody, that's a lie. But I watch certain things and what people are doing.
You absorb stuff. I know what you mean when you say I don't watch people. You watch it, I get what this video is about, and you leave.
Yeah.
Rather than I'm going to watch 20 minutes of somebody playing 9 holes. You kind of work out what everybody's doing, and then
Yeah.
yeah,
So I kind of look at them and go, well, I do something similar to that anyway. So
yeah,
I have so many different things on my channel, like me on my own, me and Dad, me and my pals, club reviews, ball reviews. That I think I've got everything covered at some point of what everybody else is doing anyway.
That was interesting what Rick said on your happy hour the other day, wasn't it? That he'd got a 3-tier attack.
Yeah.
I thought he was the biggest. That's why he thought he was bigger than me and my golf, and some of the other guys would just do teaching.
Yeah, because he offers
You've got vlogs and reviews. You don't really do teaching, no, do you?
No. I'll leave that to the people who get paid to do it.
Yeah.
Because a golf lesson is so unique to the individual. Like, yes, you may have a slice, but there'll be 5, 6, 7 different reasons why you're slicing it.
Yeah.
And everything is a chain reaction. So I slice the ball because I'm too high, and then I'll come down, I'll stall, flip back out, and that's me. So
no, how to fix a slice is not going to fix everybody's
not going to fix the slice. It might mask it for a while.
Yeah.
But it's never going to fix it, and that's why I would never do an instructional video. I'll video my lessons so people can see what is happening behind the scenes from a course log and what I'm working on, and especially the last one, why am I changing my golf swing when everybody says my golf swing is fine? Well, I'm always the one that says, well, it's all right.
The score's telling you really, isn't it? Or
yeah.
Which part do you like the most? If you could only do one aspect, which way would you go with it?
Oh, I think if we only had one option left, it would just be me and Dad just going, if anything, going around the UK playing different golf courses.
Would that be a cool sort of goal journey as well, to just do that, just do a series of you and your dad?
That would be great.
Yeah. So I've got Links written down, and Bandit. So if Links or Bandit would like to sponsor that,
my email address is somewhere.
Would that? Obviously I saw something the other day when somebody, I think, asked you if you could have one club, one brand, or one club maker, I think.
Yeah.
You said Links, didn't you?
Yeah. Very underrated manufacturers, to be honest. I mean, I had a Blade, and I gave Graham it, and he's had Mizuno's, and he said to me, and the quote I said at the end of the video was, somebody said to me, Mizuno have this big thing of nothing feels like a Mizuno. Now, I've not hit Mizuno, so I couldn't answer that question, but it was Graham who said it doesn't feel any different to a Mizuno.
Really? So, I've got Mizuno's.
Have you?
Yeah. 9 something? 50?
919s.
I'm pretty sure it ends in 50.
Oh, really?
750? 950? That's what I know about golf. I don't even know what golf clubs I've got. But you guys know, that's what I notice about you, is when I think I like golf and I like playing it, but the knowledge you guys have got, when you start talking about it, I was like, oh.
Yeah, it can be. We call it a geek out moment.
Oh, good God.
Yeah, kick points, talk points. Is the shaft in the right way? Is the right way? And everything. Yeah.
Do you find with you being a good golfer and knowing your stuff gets you a lot more respect in that overall conversation? You see everybody talking together. Bigger YouTubers will come on, like Rick turning up the other day. Do you think, even though your numbers at the minute aren't massive, that you get quite a lot of respect from other YouTubers that have got bigger numbers because of your golfing knowledge and your skill at golf?
I don't know. That's a very good question, and I wish I knew the answer myself.
I think you're very, whenever you see you talk about it, people listen. People listen to you as your. They know exactly. I think they probably know your history of being a pro, but
I've done what they're doing.
Yeah.
So does it give me any respect from? I don't know if it does, because now I'm not. I I don't know. It's a very good question that I want to know the answer to myself. So if any of them are watching, can you let us know?
Who would you like to get on channel if you could? I know you probably don't dream of other stuff like that because you got your own like cast of characters, but professional golfer maybe more than a YouTuber. Have you got anybody to get on that would be cool to play with?
I think if I had the choice of anybody, I'd love to have a game of golf with Sergio.
Yeah.
To just pick his short game, you know, his brain on that and how he thinks about it. I think any tour player, to be honest.
Yeah.
There's so many good ones to choose from. And if it was a YouTuber, it'd probably be Peter Finch because he's a hell of a player.
Yeah, I heard Dan saying that he was that good. I didn't realize he was that good when Dan saying he was about as good as he'd seen or something, didn't he?
Yeah,
He said he had all the tools to do exactly what.
I think the only thing that stops Peter is his mind, but I think he's working on that massively as well. I mean, that's no disrespect to all the other YouTube professionals there, but that's just that's who I'd like to have a game of golf with.
Another YouTuber who's a golf pro has said Peter Finch is that good.
There's a lot, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
You know?
Who else do you watch on YouTube out of that? Do you know for your vlogging and stuff? Do you watch any other actual vlogging YouTubers?
Not properly vloggers. No, I watch random stuff on YouTube. Like the most random stuff in the world.
Oh, dog's getting stroked. 400 million views or whatever it was.
I watch a guy playing arcade machines.
Do you?
I mean, at what point does that come into golf, you know?
It's mad, isn't it? No, but that's what you're interested in. Is that what you get to? People on old school arcades or actual modern
new ones and coin pushers and stuff like that. But then that'll be one night. The next night I'll be watching a documentary on NASA.
Yeah, that's the YouTube rabbit hole.
Yeah.
Do you like I'm always interested in what I'm interested in. And I'm interested that I've clicked on that and I've got like, well, I've ended up watching that stuff.
Yeah.
And not something else. So you would like, do you go around YouTube and think, what have I clicked on here?
Yeah, because unfortunately, YouTube tells me if I've watched it or not. I'll be right. Well, I need to avoid that one because I've already watched that one. But yeah, so you end up watching the documentary about the International Space Station. The next minute you're looking about Endeavour's last flight, the shuttle's last flight, and then you've now got the Dragon, and then you've got something else, and then by the time you've finished, you're actually looking at a rocket going to Mars and how they're going to do it.
Yeah, it's brilliant though, isn't it?
Mental.
Have you got a guilty pleasure? Is that your...
My guilty pleasure is probably documentaries on things like that.
Is it? That's not too bad. I've noticed I've started watching marble races.
Really?
Unbelievable. I'm like, what the hell am I watching? And they pretend they're all Formula One cars. So guys doing commentary on marble racing as if it's Mercedes versus BMW and they're just marbles.
That's class.
And then there's another one where the guy's got a mountain and he's just doing cars, like Hot Wheels.
Yeah.
Just Hot Wheels down. I'm like that. 2 hours later, I've watched like 5 videos of a Hot Wheel car. I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah. It's not until the end that you go, really? Why have I done that? Because at the time you're hooked, you're in.
Yeah, but you're interested, isn't it? I'm interested. I'm never going to click on that. But somehow I'm going to click on that, and then I'm going to get those videos pushed at me for the next 3 weeks.
Yes.
That brings me though I don't know if we can talk about this, but I'm pretty sure we can. The watching of the, what do you say, people on arcades.
Yes.
To another YouTubing idea. Can we talk about it?
Yes.
The undercover
gamer.
What's happening with that?
I've only just fixed the game. There was a massive spell where, because the way it works is it has a script, and that script in turn then makes it from being your standard game into a game that's, well, not standard anymore.
Yeah.
But the script was old, and my game, because it ran online,
it kept crashing.
It wouldn't load at all. So I've only literally last night managed to fix that. So at that point, hopefully the next few weeks, when it's dark nights and I've been to the range and I've done all my editing and things, I'll just start getting on Twitch and off we go again.
Nice one. So can we say what it is, or are you keeping that part secret? Or
We'll keep that part for a secret for
All
now.
right, mate. Nice one. So we're
Just
going to
for now.
Yeah, we're going to see you on Twitch over the winter.
Yeah.
I've watched a few, and it looks like it's interesting. They are proper addictive to start watching.
They are, especially with the twist I'm going to put on it as well.
Yeah, exactly. That'll be cool. Yeah, so I'm at positives and negatives of YouTube that I asked last year. Are they still sort of there's still a positive thing to do? It's still a good for you.
Yeah, I think if it wasn't, I'd have stopped by now.
Yeah.
I was heavily invested in new stuff.
Are you like a equipment junkie?
Oh, mate. In fact, I tell you what, I've got it here. So I've just been out there and bought new wireless microphones.
Oh, the Rode ones. Are you a roadie?
The Rode ones.
I've had my eye on them for some stuff and all.
They're really good.
I've got a Lapel Rode thing that plugs into it. I've got.
Yeah, well, I bought that as well for $58.99. I mean, that's a rip-off. They're not cheap. And then I went out there.
But the audio in your videos it's king, isn't it? It's
yeah.
People can handle shuddery video, but if the audio's just abusing your ears, you're not going to listen.
It makes it. It does make it.
The only thing I would say with them, with my feedback with people who've got them, is you just got to be a bit careful that your videos don't become too wordy. Becomes can become like a radio show, can't it?
Yeah, see, that's the thing with me. Sometimes when I'm thinking about a golf shot, I say nothing.
Yeah.
So we're all right there. Maybe I need to speak a bit more about, and that was one of the things looking back at my own vlogs, is when I'm doing a course vlog with somebody, I'm going to start detailing it more.
Yeah.
Why I'm doing that as opposed to just standing there and hitting it and hoping.
Yeah, that'd be good, isn't it? I just noticed on maybe Liam's, which is funny, but they start filming them walking down fairway talking to each other.
Yeah.
A bit too talky. You got a bit too like a lot of words going off, and you're like, oh, jump on.
Yeah. So no, spent a fortune. You've got a 4K camera, I've got a gimbal, drone.
So talk about the editing process, because you do not mess about when it comes to editing, do you?
No, it takes an age. Because I'll set it out and then I'll then go, right, okay, well, I want that bit to do that, that bit to do that, that bit to do that. But I can sit and watch. If you know, when you flick through YouTube, we were on about that just before, and if a video pops up and it's like Adobe Premiere Pro transitions and it's 45 minutes long, I'll think, oh, well, I might watch that because I might use an idea out of that. But I mean, my first few videos on Premiere Pro took about 9 hours.
Oh man! And now they're taking 10.
Well, I've literally, I thought to myself, right, okay, well, how am I going to make this easier for myself? So my monitor is a 32-inch TV.
Yeah.
So I went out and bought another 32-inch TV.
You're going to tell you that.
So I've got one there, one here, which one has Premiere Pro run and one has After Effects on it, should I need it.
Yeah.
So it takes depending on what you want to do.
Yeah.
If you want to make it simple, you can make it simple, but I wanted to just try and up my own level. And I learned a lot last lockdown about Premiere Pro and started using that. So
is this coming from seeing, like you say, dropping into other people's content and going, I like that, I like how he does that, I like how those parts, I like the map at the side and the tracer. Is it picking out things that you like and then incorporating them into your own stuff?
Well, I watched Around with Radar.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And you know, with the Ping staff players. And he had a scoreboard in the top right hand side. I'm like, I like that. So I photographed it and made it from scratch in Adobe After Effects.
Awesome.
But that was literally because I enjoy watching Around with Radar, because he's getting them off the cuff, the tour players. And I seen that, I was like, I'm having that. So then,
then all of a sudden you're like, oh crap, I'm in a 10-hour edit.
Yeah, by that point, right? Okay, well, I've had 6 shots on that hole. I now need to render 6 different versions of that one hole.
While you're filming it, you're going, oh shit, I'm gonna have to edit that. I hope I get this one on green, just so I don't have to edit another damn shot.
I think I've been picked up a few times on the fact in the comments it comes up saying, Lee, are you sure you didn't have a 5 on that hole? Because you haven't like moved it. I was like, yeah, I couldn't be asked.
I couldn't be asked to change it.
Because if you've got 4 holes and they're, let's say, 4 par 5s, that's like 20 times I have to do it.
Yeah.
So it does take a while.
Be nice when you get to a point of letting somebody else do that.
I think I don't know if I'd be comfortable.
Wouldn't you? But I think YouTubers who get to that point when they have to hand it off will be very, I do all this. I do all this.
I do it this way. Well, I don't. All right, okay. It's my channel.
Do you think your channel will ever get there?
No.
What do you think? Like, what would be an unbelievable number for your channel?
For mine, I think once the 100,000 mark is well up there.
Liam told me last year he won't get to 100,000.
Did he?
Mm.
I think once you start seeing a plaque off YouTube,
then you
know.
Do you think 1,000 gives you like I'm a YouTuber?
No, not at all.
Don't you think there's a point where you go, well, I am a YouTuber now? Like if you were invited to a YouTube golf day, you wouldn't feel out of place as a YouTuber though, would you? Because you are a YouTuber.
Yeah, but I wouldn't say I'm a full-on YouTuber. If we look at, it's easy to say, but if you look at YouTube golf in comparison to the rest of YouTube, Rick's a really bad gaming channel.
Yes.
It's because golf is such a niche market that our most popular one is on 1.3 million.
Yeah.
Where the guy I watch in an arcade is 2.7.
Yes. Yeah, true, isn't it? Yeah.
So maybe in a normal world, 1,000 is the equivalent to 10. And you maybe would feel like a YouTuber as such. True. But I think because 1,000 when I first started, 1,000 was like a really big goal.
Yeah.
And anybody with 1,000 used to have like a golf apparel deal, or they had something. Yeah. But I think because there's more and more people doing it, 1,000 now probably feels like 5.
Yeah.
So it's always evolving.
You think people setting out now should be setting a 5,000 as a goal if they're setting?
I think that once you get past your first 100 and you get to 1,000, then you need to look at doubling that. And then when you get to 2, double that again, which is 4. And then you're only 1 off your 5,000. Everybody's different, aren't they?
Do you still look at your subscriber number as much as you used to?
No, I look at stats now on the video.
Yeah.
So how long have I had you in there from a video?
Is that retention stat what you're looking at more than anything?
Yeah. So I now look at how many minutes that video has generated for us.
Yeah.
As opposed to subscriber count. Don't get me wrong. I think we're all going to go, right, okay, we're on that.
It's nice to see it keep going up, but you don't look at it all the time, though.
No, I'm looking to see, because obviously YouTube Studio tells you how your video's performing out the last 10.
Yeah.
So I'll look at that and go, right, okay, well, it's had X amount of views and it's generated 2,000 minutes.
Yeah.
So that for me is a more interesting number now. Plus, I want to try and increase the views more than ever. So if I can get, I'll put a video out anywhere between 200 and 400 is where it'll sit. I want to try and get mine to 600 to 700 to 800 views. Yeah. Then the rest will follow and the rest will just sink in.
Yeah. That's like your golf game, isn't it? That's like you're trying to go from 200, your average views 200 to 300 to 400. It's a bit like your average 18 holes. You go from when you first start is double bogeys, triple bogeys. Yeah. What's the average score per hole? Then you start to find, like I'm now at playing off like 8, 7, 8. My average score's a par.
Yeah.
And I've got double bogeys, but obviously I've gone from lots of bogeys to more pars, and it's like it's just moving that average into it.
Yeah, and then it's getting the pars to birdies.
Yeah.
And that's all it is.
And really dropping off the bad ones.
Yeah. So your worst case scenario, maybe a bogey.
Yeah.
No worse than that.
That's interesting. A YouTube chat. Then you would think that you wouldn't have so many missed videos, like 50 views, 40 views, because you've upped your skill level to where you know you're going to get 400, but you'd like to be.
Yeah. But I think that comes down to the level of editing and also the content that is there.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of it is relatable to, you know, a lot of people like to see dad, and you'll see the numbers on the dad videos as opposed to videos on my own.
Yeah, sure.
But I think they're two very different clientele bases within my subscribers.
Right. So do you think you have the two-prong attack then on your ideal viewer? You've got the certain viewer wants to see dad, certain viewers want to see you and the lads messing about.
Yeah, I think there's people that want to see dad. There's people that want to see me and dad, and then there'll be people that want to see me. I don't know. I'm maybe speculating to try and beat level par around a golf course.
Yeah, sure.
I've said it before. I think Dad's got like 1,052 subscribers, and I've got one.
Do you think Dad's ever gonna have his own channel?
Not a chance. I'm not competing with him.
Yeah, you can't handle that.
I'd love to see his editing.
Yeah. Well, I'm guessing you would have to do it.
Yeah.
I think I'm about through. Oh, viewer questions. When Ferg says, "What were it like playing with pink hair?" or "Did you like pink hair?" or something like that. What was that about?
So, it'd be last year, me and Fergs were going to have a game of golf, and then we took it to Twitter and started having a beef thing, which was just a joke. And I then said, "Well, the loser dyes their hair pink."
Oh, right.
So I went to the fancy dress shop and bought spray-on pink hair. I ended up wearing it.
Oh, because you lost against him.
I lost against him.
I don't think I've ever watched that video. So that's probably why I didn't realise what you were on about.
Yeah.
Nice one, mate. Well, 2020 in review. This time next year, where we're going to be, what subscriber count?
So if I said 2,500, I'm going to have to push myself really hard.
Right.
But we'll try and go for 2,500.
2,500. Where's the golfing handicap going to be?
Relatively the same, if not floating on the plus side, just by the skin of my teeth. Mind you, I'm only 200 away from being +1 now anyway, so
yeah,
that's mental.
You're lowballing them.
It's just not funny anymore.
So you've just said if you're aiming for 2,500, but if you just started out, you should be aiming for 5.
Yeah. So for me, obviously we've seen the progression from what 100 and what last time?
68 was it?
168, and I said I'd be at 500, but I hit 1,000. So if I say 2,500, hopefully I'll be at the 5.
Shoot for the moon and hit the stars.
Yeah.
Awesome, mate. Well, it's always good to see your videos. I said last year you're one of the nicest guys on YouTube, and you haven't done anything in a year to change your mind on that.
Thank you very much.
And I can see that you get it from your dad because he's a class act as well.
He's a different breed, isn't he?
So it'll be interesting to watch where you and the gang go.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. See what comes of it. See if how big the golf nutters can get.
Any plans? Any new ideas coming down the line that you can share that you haven't maybe mentioned? Have you got sort of your? Are you wary of people stealing your ideas?
People will steal them whether you like it or not. You know what? Honestly, it's quite flattering. Don't get me wrong. There was a video ID that I did, and I seen it 3 times in a row, and I was a bit like, yeah. Once is fine. Yeah. Second time was a bit. 3 times I was like, "Are you taking the piss?" But then I got over it quite quick, and it was just like, you know, it's quite flattering the fact that somebody thinks that the ID you've done is really, really good. But after a phone call with a certain YouTuber, there's a video coming soon, which is how to get to scratch and what you really need to do. Right. The amount of times you see, I mean, I see it all the time on Twitter and Instagram is journey to scratch and what have you not. It's harder than it sounds, that's for sure.
Yeah, like is it? because somebody probably thinks you just got to shoot a few rounds under par, but that's like not an easy thing to say, is it?
No, so the last time before the new World Handicap system came in, you had to get to 5 before you were Cat 1.
Yeah.
And then for every 1 under you are, you lose 0.1. So there's 10 for 1 shot.
Yeah, exactly. So if you're a 9 handicapper, it's like 100 rounds, isn't it?
100 rounds under par
And
consecutively.
now it's 8 of 20.
Yeah, so if you go out there now and shoot a 7 under off of 9, there's a high chance you'll get there very quick.
Yeah. Oh, true. Yeah. Yeah, you have one absolute crazy ass round.
Yeah. So I was just basically going to go down what do you really need to do and how I got there and things like that. So that's the video that's going to be coming out. But I was going to do it sat at my computer, but I prefer not to. I prefer to be on the course telling everybody about it.
Like a voiceover of filming of what you do or something.
Yeah, so I've got my idea book. And in my idea book, this is how I see it in my head. And then I'll film it and it'll look nothing like
that. Yeah. So have you got trips planned for next year? Obviously it's still COVID, we don't know, but have you got things in mind? Are you going to go away to like certain golf courses that you're going to get on? And
so on the 27th of December, there's a few of us going to Windermere.
Yeah.
And then next year, I guess it'll just be depending on what evolves. I probably won't be going away because obviously I was supposed to be in Gran Canaria now.
Yeah.
I've had to put that into like the bank. So I'll be going there next year. So next year I'm going twice. I'll be taking my golf clubs twice.
Sweet. So we'll be getting some.
You'll be getting some Gran Canaria golf courses.
Awesome.
So yeah.
That'll be there with you, Ronnie. Do you all get
Yes.
together? Yeah. Awesome, mate. Well, it'll be great to keep an eye on you. Saturday night, Friday night lives, are they staying for the foreseeable future, or is it
possibly the last one on Friday? Just
really?
because I'm back at work now at 5 o'clock. I don't finish till 5:30.
Yeah.
So it may work out well, but I finish work at 5:30. So
can that become a Sunday night thing or a late Friday night, or
we might just move it till 6:30?
Yeah.
You know, and just call it Golf Fix at 6-ish. Something like that.
Must have been good, haven't they? The last two have been good.
Yeah, I mean, the Rick one was a massive surprise to everybody, including me. I had no idea he was coming on. He was obviously in the chat. He'd been watching, and Jeff, I think Jeff was the one that called him out. And Jeff
did you watch
Peter Finch.
Did he say he watched Peter Finch? That right, yeah.
He preferred Peter Finch's content, and Rick had said in the comments something like, "Well, I'll have to do better." And Jeff had seen it. He went, "Why don't you just come on?" Yeah. And the next minute in my waiting room is Rick Shields.
And you were like, "This can't be him."
I'm like, "Are you having a bubble?" And then, sure enough, he pops in and asks if anybody had any questions for him. And then, obviously, I'd constructed Dan to come on this week. And then next week
that's a secret, which should be very interesting. I will be tuning in for sure.
Yeah, so Friday we've got an interesting one as well.
Yeah, it'd be good for them to keep going, won't it? I would definitely. They can become crazy, can't they? Zoom, lots of people talking.
Yeah, I mean,
you don't seem to be too worried about what people say on your channel yet. But do you think you get to a point where you've got to be wary of doing them?
I think as long as, because I'm very rarely on my channel will you ever hear swearing.
Yeah.
I very rarely swear on my own channel. As long as the language is clean and your point is valid, I've no qualms. If you came on and you had an issue with Rick and you didn't, let's say on a technical level and you weren't happy and you disagreed with what he says and you wanted to give him it double barrel, fair play.
As long as you like at least have a point.
Yeah, if it was you had a point against me, as long as it was valid.
Yeah.
I have no problem with anybody saying
what they've got. Personal, doesn't it? It can just be.
Yeah, I don't agree with the fact that you've said X, Y, and Z about that. Then it's a valid point, and I'll let it go.
Yeah.
The minute it starts becoming a bit verbally offensive, is the minute I'll step in. Enough.
Yeah.
But no, anybody's
welcome. It might get a bit funkier if you push it back to 6:30.
I mean, to be fair, it doesn't matter whether it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon or 10 o'clock at night. You get Kent on there, you're going to get F bombs.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you can't. Yeah, they'll just stop that one. Yeah, it'll be interesting. It'll be good.
Well, thank you very much.
No, man, thank you. You obviously you give a lot of time to other people, and you share a lot of stuff as well. So you're a proper YouTube fan of everybody else's as well, aren't you? So it's good to have you on. It'll be interesting where we are again this time next year.
I will definitely be sat with a nicer backdrop than this next year.
Yeah, it always looks like, do you want to spank or something, doesn't it? That mirror, afraid to spank me. All you can see is it looks like it says afraid to spank me. Don't it say don't be afraid to sparkle?
That's exactly what it says.
There'll be some more golf nuts. The biggest thing about your room is there's no golf nuts merch.
There's literally nothing. I have nothing in here that's my own merch.
Whereas everybody else has got your merch.
A whole load of bandit caps there.
Yes.
Golf balls I've won and collected along the way there. Presents there, and the rest of it's just stuff I've collected.
There's some room on the left there for golf jugs.
Yeah, right up, just up there somewhere.
Yeah, put the claret jug right in the middle at the top.
The amateur medal would look nice up there, wouldn't it?
Yeah, bang that up. Then once you've won them, you might as well get a green jacket.
Well, yeah.
You play scratch around there anyway.
It's just a joke.
Cheers, mate. I think we can talk up nights. We better stop it. Cheers, buddy.
Cheers, bud.
Stop.